Hi, and welcome to Real Adult Wisdom. I am Becky Shaffer, your host, and I apologize. It's taken me a couple weeks to get a podcast out. Who knew when I moved to North Carolina, I would be a bus driver? Yes, a bus driver. So I have driven so many hours in the last 3 weeks. Um, I've been a sub for a sub, and I've just been a sub. But apparently, when you move to North Carolina and you get your CDL as a teacher, you're in high demand. So just know that you are listening to a person who is in high demand because at 51 years old, I am driving a big yellow school bus, taking kids home and picking kids up. So my Ohio friends make fun of me because back in Ohio or the northern states or union states, they actually hire bus drivers. Like that's your career. You get benefits and everything. And North Carolina, I know at my school we got custodians and teachers and a retired principal driving our buses. So as funny as it sounds, I've actually enjoyed it. I've really gotten to learn the community around here. It's nice to know, where your kids live because we actually drive for our school. Every school has a fleet of buses, and you actually drive for your school. So it's been a cool experience. I can say it's definitely something I didn't see coming, but I've actually enjoyed it. But tonight's show is about investing in yourself and what exactly does it mean to invest in yourself? Because this is powerful. A lot of people look at investing in yourself as money, and I'm not going to talk too much about money, although it's very important to invest, of course. But you are the most valuable asset. You are. Besides investing in yourself, it just isn't about wealth, but it's about becoming indispensable in your career, in your relationship, in whatever walk in life you choose. It's about you and being the healthy version of you that you possibly can be. Because investing in yourself means that you're putting your time and effort and resources into your personal development and your well-being. And the expectation that those investments will yield a positive return in all aspects of your life will happen because you're investing. So I'm going to talk a lot about why investing is important for yourself. Again, you are the greatest asset. You are the asset with the greatest potential in your life. Besides self-investments, which are positive, these are about creating a better, more balanced and fulfilling life. So definitely consider investing in your health, relationships, and even fun experiences if you have not done that yet. So I kind of want to talk about the effective ways to invest in yourself because a lot of people, honestly, do not know how to invest in themselves. We find ourselves caught up in our career, our schooling, being a parent, just getting by day in our life. And we forget sometimes that it's okay to go get a pedicure. It's okay to go get a manicure. It's okay to go to a restaurant and sit by yourself and treat yourself to a dinner out. It's okay to go to a movie theater and treat yourself to a date night. I love doing this kind of stuff by myself. I have no problems whatsoever. It's a breather. It's a break. It's something different. You're out of your house. But a lot of people don't know how to take a breath and go invest in themselves because all they can see is, oh my gosh, I'm going to go spend money. I can't spend money on myself. And I've been there. Trust me. I was a single mom raising 2 kids. And I'm going to use the word single mom very liberally because I had an amazing co-parent. My kid's dad is amazing, and we co-parented together, but we still had 2 separate homes and 2 separate bills. And my kids, of course, had to pick the expensive sports. So they're like, oh, you're a teacher, I'm going to be a hockey goalie, or you're a teacher, I'm going to play lacrosse. So that's what my kids did to me. I think they came out saying like, what expensive sports can we do? So investing in myself sometimes was just having my friends over for a wine night and a dinner night, or going to get a pedicure or a manicure. Because I have to say, no matter what I went through in life, I got my nails done. I just did. And I will say that all of this leads to personal growth. So I'm going to kind of go in an order that I took some notes in. So I kind of numbered them. So number one, invest in your personal growth. Investing in your personal growth involves dedicating time, effort, and resources to increase your knowledge, skills, and overall well-being. So whether you're putting time and investment into your career or your workouts or just the news or knowledge or what's going on in the world. But I think this is one key pillar to self-investment, because this personal growth, this allows you to lead to more confidence, better problem-solving skills, long-term success, and happiness. And no matter your age, never, ever neglect continuous self-improvement. I know I'm always looking at doing self-improvement with my career, with my workouts, with this podcast. I'm always wanting to grow. So what comes under this? Read more often. I finally took a book with me to spring break. Now, granted, I still need to finish it. I think I only got to 3 chapters. But reading expands your knowledge and it broadens your perspective of any topic and the world in general. I'm a researcher, so if somebody tells me something, I like to do fact checks and I like to read about it and learn about it. So I love reading about stuff. Reading some of the most life-changing books has definitely opened my eyes and it's helped me better navigate my life. Like Glenn Doyle came out with that book. I know I read High Five by Mel Robbins. That was so good. Just about giving yourself a high five, looking in the mirror, saying something positive. I've read books like The Power of Now, like living in the now. So a lot of people look at these as self-help books, but I just look at them as a different perspective book. That's how I look at it. But it helps you tap into wisdom of some of the smartest people on earth that are sitting down and putting all these thoughts into books, and you can read it and it can just definitely open your eyes to things. So it's also, you're investing in yourself intellectually as well. So set time aside, whether it's a book or a magazine, the latest blog, a website, something, just do some reading. We do enough scrolling. We look at TikTok, but what are you really absorbing that is something that's beneficial? Let's see. Number 2 under this category, I wrote down invest in self-exploration. This self-discovery I've been on has changed my entire life. Like many of you know from past podcasts, I've just kind of upped and moved, and here I am in Asheville, North Carolina. And being here, I think I have done more self-discovery than I have in years, but it has also helped where my life has calmed down a little bit. I'm not running kids around. I'm not running to hockey games, which sad face, tears rolling down my face right now. But it has allowed me to rediscover myself. So here I am, like 51, an empty nester, and I'm in this self-discovery mode. But I've really improved on understanding myself, my core values, my personal strength, areas I need to improve on. These are all extremely valuable. I wish there's things I did now that I learned, in the last couple of years. I wish I would have known this in my 30s, but I would have got here if I wouldn't have gone through some of the stuff. This has enabled me to make more authentic decisions, take meaningful actions that are aligned with my true self. So as a result, I have stopped chasing external validation and I've pursued my own definition of success instead. Like, I don't care what anybody else says. I know how I feel and what I see as success for me. We can see self-exploration. I think this is one of the most impactful journeys to creating a life that I love, which is why it's such a big topic. So self-discovery, time, Engage in introspective activities like meditation, mindfulness, your workouts, journaling. Um, use like self-reflection questions to regularly reflect on emotions and feelings, experiences, motivation, goals, desires. And I do have to throw money in on this one because at this point in life, it's important to figure out high yield savings accounts. Do you just have money sitting there that's not earning interest? How can you better prepare for the future? And I actually listened to a really good podcast on this, and I'm going to share with you my perspective. Somebody was talking about retirement, and I know when I went to do this move, everybody was like, "What about your retirement? Oh my gosh." Okay. But when I retire, so I was in Columbus City Schools in Ohio, and I would have had to put 10 more years in. I was miserable. I wasn't happy. I worked in black mold. I wasn't healthy. So it's like I could have done that for 10 more years to have a retirement, to continue getting sick off and on. And then I'd be 60. I wouldn't be in the shape I'm in today. And I probably wouldn't be enjoying the adventures I'm enjoying today. So to me, it was kind of like, well, I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to go. I'm going to the mountains. I'm going to go where the waterfalls and hiking are. Of course, my dog always has to get a squeaky toy when I'm on here. And I'm going to invest my money in a different way so that I can still be okay. And I still have, I'm only 51. It's not like I'm 80, but sure. Would I love to retire? Absolutely. I would love to sleep in every day, go to the gym when I want to, drive through Starbucks and get my coffee. But that's not what I'm doing. Instead I'm teaching. I started over sort of in a new state. So I'm in a new retirement system. And I've had to be smart and creative with what I did with my, money from Ohio. So, but at the same time, I'm traveling, I'm exploring different beaches, different hikes, different places that are around Asheville. I mean, Asheville's in the center. You can go 4 hours around here in a radius and explore so many different places. So I decided to invest in exploration of life. And I'm going to get a camper and I'm going to eventually travel out west, or I could have sat around and I could have taken the safe road. I could have taught for 10 more years and then I could have retired from Ohio and then I could have been 60 and not have any of the experiences I'm going to have. I mean, what if I don't make it to 60? I'm having these experiences. So this is what I'm doing for myself, and not everybody has the courage to do something like this, because this was not something that was easy. And people are like, well, what brought you to Asheville? Like, well, I became an empty nester and I was ready to get out of Columbus. So I jumped off the mountain and I hope that my wings start flying. And so far, my wings are working because I'm flying and I'm having a blast. Number 3, invest in your habits and routines. So I talked to a friend tonight and she agreed with this one as well. So developing good habits is fundamental for achieving your long-term goals, maintaining optimal health, and staying productive. Your habits keep you going even when you lose willpower. Personally, I'm a fitness person. So one of my habits is working out. Like, I have to work out. It keeps my motivation going. When I feel lost in life, I know that I can still come in my workout room and jump on the Peloton and still get a good workout in. So don't neglect your self-investment in your daily routines. Identify your key habits and practice them regularly. Review and adjust your routines and align them with your goals. And find the accountability partner with similar goals so you guys can help push each other. Get outside your comfort zone. My last podcast was getting out of your comfort zone. So stepping outside your comfort zone, Lord, oh Lord, did I do that? This is usually the most effective way to accelerate your personal and professional growth. I can't agree with this anymore, because this has definitely been a personal and professional growth this year. I came here and took an AIG specialist position, which means I work with gifted kids, so smart kids, because I'm learning that sometimes if you say gifted kids, people think it's special ed, and it's named different in every state. So I work with kids that are highly intelligent. I love them. They are great. It's been a great experience. I'm excited to work with the same group again next year. So getting out of this comfort zone, which was very uncomfortable for the first few months, I am starting to feel comfortable. But this is how you build that bulletproof vest of self-confidence, is what I've called it. And it's been challenging. And that's why most people shy away from it. And that's exactly what makes it worthwhile. 5, start a writing practice. Writing, especially journaling, it helps you process your emotions and organize your thoughts. Feel free to write about anything, from journaling about your experiences to writing entire novels. I don't know. I write novels. I'm a writer. My recent favorite is stream of consciousness writing. It's a practice explained by Julia Carmen in her work, The Artist's Way. If you have not looked that up yet, look up The Artist's Way. The short summary is to write about whatever comes to your mind for a duration of time. So if you set your clock for 5 minutes and you write about fitness and you just go to town, or write about maybe something happened yesterday at work that didn't feel good, write that down and then set your time and just write away. So set time aside each day. It's actually so beneficial to write daily. I don't even write daily, but I do write. And when I do write, I love it. So I'm going to go into another category. Now I'm going to go into like investing in your career or your business. So obviously, investing in your career involves upgrading your professional skills. So whether you're going after a master's degree or a certification in something, you're definitely investing in your career, staying up to date with the latest technology. But investing in your career, it's essential to stay competitive in an ever-changing business environment. Like we have AI coming out. We have all this crazy stuff coming out, all this new technology and new apps, and everybody does everything for you. If you just push a button, it's crazy. So it's very important to stay up to date with stuff, especially in your career or your business. Learn high income skills. They're very valuable abilities that are in high demand in the marketplace. So as a result, there are plenty of good opportunities in the job market, but you have to keep yourself in those skills. Like, for example, I know right now is coding and digital marketing and sales. All of these help, all of these are good problem solving skills, which can also help boost your career. Expand your existing skills. So once you learn a skill, it's important to keep sharpening them. There are so many skills today on a computer. I mean, I can't even keep up. I know I'm currently building a website for a musician that I design all her stuff for. And I'm like seriously Googling, like, how do I put the YouTube, how do I put YouTube onto this website? How do I do this? So I'm having to do a lot of research, and I'm learning as I go, because this wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, because I use a different type of domain. So I am definitely sharpening my skills with building this music website. And I enjoy it because I'm learning something and it's challenging me, and I like to be challenged. Here's a good one. Find a coach or mentor. Hello. Just get a hold of Becky Shaffer, adolescent and adult life coach. I'm right here. So coaches or mentors, we provide personalized guidance. Remember, we're not therapists, but we can give you support and accountability and help navigate your career challenges or your life challenges, or don't jump off the deep end challenges. But paying for a coach is the most common way to invest in yourself. It's actually a good investment. I invested in a business coach when I started my business, and she was amazing, led me in a lot of great directions. If you're young, you often have more time than money. And if you provide valuable resources up front, you might just attract your ideal mentors. Remember, you attract what you give off. Start a side hustle. Side hustles provide extra income. They're a great creative outlet, and they provide ways to explore different ideas in your life. I started a blog. I started my podcast. I started a life coaching business. I didn't necessarily do these as a side hustle, though. I did these because it's a passion of mine. I've been through so much shit in life, just like everybody else. And I want to share that because if I can help one or two people who hear what I have to say, whether you agree or not, if I can help one or two people, then this has all been worth it. But I also enjoy it. So yes, this isn't a side hustle. It's like a side business for me. And I'm going to end on investing in your health. This is such a priority. And trust me, after going through what I've gone through in the last 2 or 3 years with my health and my body and the reaction I had to the COVID shot and long-term COVID and working in black mold, my body like fell apart. And I am just to the point now where, I've lost my weight. I feel good. I have energy. But I also had to invest a lot in myself. I had to go to a holistic doctor, and then I was talking to a women's clinic doctor, and it wasn't cheap to invest back into myself. But by investing that, this has done nothing but improve my physical, mental, and emotional well-being. I mean, I was at a point where I didn't even want to date. Like, that's how low my self-esteem was. Like, oh my gosh, people are going to think I'm like fat, I'm not pretty, I'm this, I'm that. So I went through all of this. And plus I'm 51. So of course my body's going through changes. It does not feel good, does it, women, when we are going through these changes? And you're just like, what the heck? I've always lost weight so easy. I used to have, abs. Where'd my abs go? And so investing in your health is just so imperative. Staying active to maintain your energy levels. What can you do? I get up at 4:30 in the morning because I need to get my workout in, or it's not going to happen. I kind of knew today that, like, I coach softball. So I kind of knew today we were going to get rained out because our weather here has just been crazy. And it did. So I kind of slept in a little this morning because I knew I'd be able to get my workout in after school today, which I was able to, thank goodness. But, we only have one body, so don't neglect it. Don't put a lot of junk in it, toxins. I know throughout stop Piper. Yeah, Piper. I know throughout the last year, I've learned a lot about candles and plugins and different toxins that we're actually poisoning ourselves in our own home. So I don't do plugins anymore. I buy plant-based candles that come with no toxins. And not only is it toxic to us, but it's toxic to your animals as well. So maintaining things that invest in your health are so, so important. Having a nutritious routine with your food helps you maintain and boost energy levels, and also could help, prevent chronic diseases, which we all know this. Yet, how many of us actually invest in good nutrition? For starters, how many of us know what healthy food even entails? I know it took me a while, and I actually joined Beachbody years ago, and I was a Beachbody coach. And I'll tell you, one of the best guides on there, I think I did Autumn Crabtree's, one of her workouts. I'm trying to think which workout it was. It came with her nutrition plan. It was great. Just different meal ideas. And it's all like, if you're on the program, it's all downloadable from your computer. But it was amazing, all the ideas I got for different foods and different recipes. It was great. So I definitely have felt, it definitely got me in a better habit. That's for sure. Now, I have my moments where I want to go have an ice cream cone or a nice cold beer or something like that. And that's okay, in moderation, of course. But eating healthy and working out is the entire reason why I'm living the life that I do today. Having a consistent routine has kept me on track. And even when I feel the most lost and most desperate or most sad or whatever, it keeps me on track with my life for sure. And then, of course, that leads to your mental health, which is crucial for your well-being, affecting everything from how you think and feel or how you cope with stress and relate to others. So it affects all areas of your life. I could go on and on about things about investing in yourself. And I asked one of my good friends, I said, so if I asked you what investing in yourself means, what does it mean? She actually wrote it down in a journal and sent it to me. She's like, have a routine or a schedule. So I just talked about that. So even like she knows that. Take a look at your future. Do the work by investing time and energy into where you see yourself down the road. I like that. Learn a new hobby. I like that. The monotony of everyday life can be overwhelming. Change that perspective. Yes, I love that. So I moved here and I bought a mountain bike. So that's my new little hobby. Yes, I've always road cycled, but mountain biking is a whole nother thing. And just going hiking. Like in Ohio, if you said go for a hike, it's actually like you're going for a walk. Here, you're actually hiking. I mean, you're like climbing rocks and walls and everything else. So yes. And then my friend Kat also said, mental health is key. Self-care, sleep patterns, diet, exercise. And then another one, step outside of your comfort zone, travel, make new memories. I so agree with all of this. There are so many things we can sit here and say about investing in ourselves. And it's funny because I asked one of my friends about investing in yourself and she went straight to money. And then I asked another friend and she goes straight into herself. And what I love about these two is one was actually in a very unhealthy situation in life. She's lost like over 100 pounds. So she understands like a different type of investment. She has a good job, so she's comfortable. So her investment was in her health because she knew she was headed in a downward spiral if she didn't get a handle on it. And she's done amazing and she's doing great and she looks great. My other friend has always worked her ass off, like 100 hours a week, bought businesses. And so investing in herself was making sure she was okay for her future. And I had this conversation with her today. I said, that's great and all, but people work their whole life. Think about it. Most people work 30 to 40 years of their life, and then they retire to enjoy maybe 5 years of that. You need to enjoy your life while you're working, like weekend trips, vacations. Like I love weekend trips. They motivate me. They refresh me. Yes, it's like you got to pack and drive and blah, blah, blah. But once you get there, it's just like, oh my gosh. There were so many times in the fall that I would just pack up on a Friday and I'd go to the beach for the weekend and then I'd come back and I'd feel renewed and I was ready to go for my week. Or just, little trips, even a local cabin. I went for a weekend and stayed at like a really cool lodge here in Asheville for a weekend. You still feel like you're on vacation. So even if you go somewhere like an Airbnb, even outside of where you live, or maybe you don't get downtown, from where you're from. I was from Columbus, but I lived in the outside part of Columbus, the suburbs. So if I came into the city and I got a hotel, it'd be a different experience for me. So allow yourself to have those experiences. Get out of your work routine to where Saturdays just become chores and this and, whatever. Get out of that and allow yourself to have a breather. Allow yourself to invest in you and invest in your health by allowing yourself to travel with friends, travel by yourself. I love traveling by myself. Actually, I do not mind traveling by yourself. Also, you meet new people, like network, get out and meet new people. This leads to growth and new opportunities. And who knows what can come out of it professionally or personally. You might meet the love of your life, getting out and meeting new people. And it definitely expands your horizons. So investing in yourself, I really want you to think about what you do to invest in yourself. Piper. Hey, Piper. I am so sorry. This is called Raw, so it's real adult wisdom, and this is real life right now. My dog barking at kids walking by. Take the steps to identify your best investments, opportunities, set your goals, Assess the gaps between your current and desired state. So, how are you living now and how do you want to live? What are you doing on weekends or traveling right now? What do you want to do? Make a list and write those down and allocate time and resources so that you can go and do these activities that align with your goals and your values. I appreciate you guys listening. I kind of feel like I was all over the place a little bit tonight. But I enjoy talking about this kind of stuff. I enjoy investing in myself. I think once my kids got older, I realized how important it truly was to invest in yourself. I have a dog that doesn't bark, and I have a dog that won't stop barking. Piper, come. And it's annoying at times, like so annoying. I'm going to shut my window here because she's actually barking at the neighbor's dog who's trying to take a walk. Sorry about that. She's obviously investing in her bark vocal cords. So, all right. I appreciate you guys listening. Take the time, write down your desired activities, what you want to do and what your goals are. And guys, we work to play. Don't work to not live. Too many people go and they work so hard. Trust me, I was there. And you don't give yourself a breather or a break. And I think your job will become, more likable or enjoyable if you do go back refreshed on a Monday. I mean, we all can't do it every weekend, of course, but plan it out every couple months. Let yourself get out and enjoy what's out here. There's so much of the world to see. I hope you guys all have a good evening. Thank you for listening to Real Adult Wisdom, and I am Becky Shaffer, your host. Piper, for God's sakes.